Hello friends, Tony here, welcome. In this video, let's work with forms, and I think we are okay. So if you learn what I have done in this tutorial, I think you are okay to create a blog with Statamic. Okay, so I have worked with collections, navigations, taxonomies, assets. Also we have here blueprints, field sets, and now let's start and work with forms. And if I go here, also, we need to work with this design of the home page because right now we have only this jumbotron and this content which comes with Statamic when we create a new page. For the blog, I think we're okay with display posts, and we have also the pagination which needs designs, but that you can do it yourself. For the about, we are okay with display the title and the content of the about. Also here, you can add what you like. For the contact, in this page now, I want to add a form when the user can, if you want, can contact us. And by learning this, you can create forms, whatever form you like in your project with Statamic. Now, what we need on the contact form? On the contact form, we need the name, the email, and the message. So let's go and create a form. And forms you can create also by creating a YAML file, but it's more easy to create the form on the control panel. So let's name it contact us or what you like, but I'm going to name it contact us, and the handle is contact underscore us. I'm going to create, and then now let's go and edit the blueprint because we need to add some fields. And here let's create some fields, and as I told you, we need the name, the email, and the message. So for the name and the email, I'm going to choose a text field. So let's name it not email, but this is going to be name. And visible, okay. Input type is going to be text. I think we are good. Let's add a placeholder to be name. Default value I'm not going to add. And yeah, also let's go to validation and make this require. So it's going to be required. I'm going to apply, and let's add one more, which is going to be text field. This one is going to be email. Visible, I'm going to choose here an email type, input type. I think placeholder, let's make it email, and the same thing, go to validation and make this required. Apply. Let's add one more for the message, which is going to be a text area, and we can say a message, or I'm going to say a content, or yeah, let's say your message, and visible placeholder, your message. Also validation is going to be required, and I'm going to apply and save this form. Now we are okay, but how we can put this form in this page, in the contact page? If I go to collections, pages, contact page, here we have a blueprint for the pages. We have a title, content, author, and the template. So where we can add for the template, we have the main, but let's go and create a new template which is going to be only for the contact. Let's open the VS Code and go to main antlers. Let's zoom it a little bit, close this, and I'm going to save this as a contact. Okay, I'm going to save, and now I'm going to select all and just add the main with some classes to be main head screen. I'm going to say also max width to be 6XL MX auto. And I think we're okay. Let's add H1 with some classes. So class text to be 3XL and font to be semi-bold. I think we're okay. Let's see. Display the title. Let's save and let's go here. Now I'm going to choose refresh first, and I'm going to choose here the contact template. Let's save. Let's come here and let's refresh. Yeah, we have contact because we are on the dark. And let's add some. If we are in light mode, the text is going to be slate, let's say 800. If we are in dark mode, the text is going to be, let's say, slate 300. I save. Now we are okay. Good. Now let's render the form. How we can do that? You can read more on the forms. So let's go down there. And here you can learn more for forms. You can read here the documentation. But let's come here, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to say double curly braces. And with Statamic, for every thing we have tags, and the tag name for the form is, you guessed it, form, like this. And then the name of the form, or the handle of the form, which in this case is contact us. Okay, we created the form contact us, and the handle is contact us, and then I want also to close the form. But if I go back here, nothing is changed. And that's it, because here we just open the form and close the form, but here we need to loop through the fields and display the fields. So we can do that by saying fields like this and loop through them and display a single field by saying something like this. And then let's close the loop with a save. And now we have the input name, email, and the text area. I have opened here the Flowbart, and we have a form here. I'm going to copy this button because also let's add a button here. So after this one, I'm going to add the button and save and see. Here also we have a button. But we don't have the design. Also, if I submit here, yeah, we have the front-end validation, but we don't display the errors. Also, we need to display the errors because all of them are required. And in Laravel, you can, if you know, we display the errors down there. So, for example, the name field is required and so on. First, let's design this form. I'm going to add, when we open the form, I'm going to add a div here with the class to say max width small and MX auto. Also, I'm going to say BG to be slate 50, and on dark mode, I'm going to say BG to be slate, and let's name it. Let's say this is going to be 950. I'm going to say rounded to be large, and let's cut this and let's put right here. Let's see. Let's say not 950 but 800. Yeah, we have something like this, which is not what we like. What I want is to have something like this we have here. And for that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this and come here. And for every fields, first let's add this div with a class margin bottom of 5. So I'm going to copy and paste that in here. And then I'm going to close that div. If I see, yeah, now we are okay. Also, I want to display a label, so let's copy this label and display here. How we can do that? If I say right now something like this and see, we have your email, but how we can display the, for example, here to be name, email, and so on. As I told you, you can learn more on forms. And when you create, so for example, the field, you want to add a display name, a display, which is going to be the name. So for example, here we have a display name, display age, and so on. The type, which is going to be if this is a text input or a text array, as you can see here. Also the validate. So to add for everyone this label, we can say double curly braces and say display. Okay, so if I say display here and save, see now, let's close this. See here, yeah, we have a name, email, and your message, but I want above. But for now, let's leave it like this. Now I want also the input to be designed and not to be like this, also to be full width of this one. And as I told you, to be like this we have here. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to put it right here. So after the label, let's put this. If I save and see now, yeah. And one more thing on the form here, also I'm going to add padding of 4. Now I think it looks more okay. So the input I want to be something like this designed. And for the text area, we can copy here, but how we can work with this input to make dynamic input, because right now it's hard-coded. Let's see. We saw that we have a type. For every field, we have a type. So let's remove the field here. And I'm going to make a if statement. I'm going to check if the type is, for example, text input, I'm going to display this. Okay. Yeah, this one. And close the if statement. If I save, and now, yeah, we have only the name and the email. And we can say the same thing here. If the type, if the type is text area, I want, and for that, let's go and copy the text area on the flow byte, which is right here. I want to display the text area and close the if statement. Let's see. And now we have a very good design. And also, yeah, here we have the name in the email, but let's add the display on the label we added for the text area. Now I'm going to zoom it a little bit out. Yeah. And let's say display here. Save. And yeah, we have your message now. Okay, now let's check here if this input type is text to be text, or if that is email to be email. How we can do that? Let's go and form. Why we have form here? Yeah, we don't need the form in here. So let's remove that. This is the copy I copy from the globite. So if type text, we add the label, and here instead of the email, I'm going to say the handle, and the input type email. Instead of this one, I'm going to say double curly braces, and I'm going to say input type. Okay. Well, the ID also is going to be handle, and we need to add the name. So let's say name to be also handle. I'm going to remove this required, and the placeholder also is going to be double curly braces and place holder. Let's save and let's see now. We have name and name here, email and email as a placeholder. Very good. And if I inspect the element, this is input with type email. This one here is input with type text. Very good. Your message, leave a comment. Instead of the leave a comment here, I'm going to say, so instead of leave a comment, we can also make this dynamic, so double curly braces and place holder and save it. And now we have here your message. So let me just say here, Tony, and the email is going to be email@test.com, something here, and I'm going to submit this. Okay, everything is clean here. We don't show the flash message or something to the user that the contact has been sent. But let's see on the backend, on forms, we have this contact. If I click here, and nothing is here. Why is that? First, let's go and see. On the text area, we don't have the name. We need the name. And also the ID is going to be handle. But we need also to add the name here. So if I add the name, it should be the handle here. Save. And now if I refresh and just add again test, let's say test email and something here. And now if I say submit, go and see again here. If I refresh, yeah, now we have this information. So we have one contact, but it's okay. But first, let's add here validation, because right now if I submit, nothing happen. If I come here and refresh, also here nothing happen. So how we can add validation? Let's go and open again here. We have a label input, and typically here we put the error, and I'm going to say double curly braces. We can say if error, and I'm going to add the span with the class to be text small and also text red, let's say 500. And here we're going to display the error like this, and we need to close the if statement. So double curly braces / if. If I save, and let's see on the browser, if I refresh, submit, the name field is required and the email field is required. Good. Let's do the same thing on the, so I'm going to copy this if statement, And do the same thing for the text area. After the text area, I'm going to put this one. I'm going to save. And if I refresh and do the same thing again, now also the Your Message field is required. Okay, but by default, the user doesn't know if the name, email, and the message is required. So we need to add that red star up here. And how we can do that? Let me just go back again. And where we want to add that, where is the name? So where we have let's start from up here. We have a label. We display the name, which is right here. And in here, after the name, I'm going to say double curly braces, and I'm going to check again if validate, and also we can say the validation contains required. If that is true, I'm going to display this with text, not red 500 or 600. And I'm going to close that if statement here. /if. If I save, yeah, we need also to do the same thing. Let me just copy this on and do the same thing for the text area. And this is not for the message. This is for the handle here. And now we have the red stars here, as you can see. Okay, so if I say submit, everything works correctly. Let's say Tony here, the email, tony@email.com, and your message here. If I say submit now, we close that. Let's see on the back end, if I refresh, we have a new one, Tony email, and we can click here and see also the message. Okay, this is good. The last thing we want is when we send the image, just display a notification that the contact has been sent. Okay. For that, I'm going to open again the Flowbyte and see. I think here we have some components. So yeah, alerts. And yeah, here I have opened alerts, and I'm going to copy this with success message. Let's go where we can put here after the title. I'm going to check if we have a success. Display this success and close the if. If success, display that one. And let's see. Let's go to the contact, refresh. If I say submit, everything showing here. And let's say test email, and some gibberish here. Say submit. And if I come here, yeah, that is sent, but we didn't see that success message. And I think because we need to put this inside the form, because this is if we check if the form has been success sent. So for that, I'm going to put after the form and save that. And see now if I refresh again for the last time, let's say final email.com and test here, submit, yeah, success alert. And instead of something like this, instead of this success alert, we can render here the success message. Okay, save, and this is going to be the last one. So final with success successemail.com and say message here, submit. Now submission successful. Let's go back, let's refresh, and finally with success is here, and the message is just a message. Okay friends, that's it all about this video. What I wanted to show you how we can work with forms, and now you have an understanding of forms. You can create any form you like. You can read more also on forms documentation. So if you go to forms on the control panel, click on this link, and here you can read the documentation. So viewing the submissions, displaying submission data, and so on. Also exporting your data, because right now if I come here, go to contact us form, we can export submission here, CSV or JSON. Also you can, so right now, if I say reset, we have only the date displaying here. If you'd like to have also the name is showing here, the email, also the message if you want. I'm going to save and leave only the name and the email. Okay friends, that's it all about this video, and if you like such a videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, share with your friends, and see you in the next one. All the best. Thank you very much.